Hi everyone, so today we're going to do a Stranger Things character Simpsonize, and we're going to be doing Max from Season 5. I was going to do Season 4, but I really want to get this one out first, so I'll do Season 4 next week, Max. So we're going to be using some Alpha 6 acrylic paint markers and maybe some Posca throughout this piece. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and if you have, thank you. Comment, like, and share. I want to hear your thoughts on this piece below. We're going to be using that Alpha acrylic paint marker in yellow, nice bright yellow. What I noticed with this paint marker is that on the first pass it starts to cover lines, and then once I hit it the second time, because of the satin finish, there is no pencil lines. There's not even if you use a dark marker underneath, it covers it up. With the Posca, for example, on the first Simpsonized Stranger Things character that did 11, I did like 4 or 5 passes with the yellow Posca, and there was still pencil marks showing. And it's because of that matte finish, and like the color is not opaque. Some of these light colors you got to do several passes, or you have to erase your pencil lines. But I noticed that with the Alpha 6 acrylic paint marker, if I it doesn't matter what color, even here with the orange, you see the pencil lines in the hair, I'm gonna go over that with one pass, and when I come the second time, it just everything becomes solid, fluid. I don't have to hit it a third time. The difference is that these paint markers, they have a satin finish when they dry, and you can see them a lot more on canvas, not so much on paper. But I'm really liking these paint markers. I've been working with them for the past almost a month, I guess, and they're pretty good. And like I said, these are your tools. You do as you wish with them. I like the Poscas, and I use these too as well. And I'm gonna only use what I feel works well and has good quality. So I'm gonna come in here now and get some of this blue so I can fill in this, her jacket from the TV show, that blue, that trademark jacket. She's listening to her tunes here, all spaced out, as you can see in Season 5. I would put that song in here in this video, but I don't think I can because of the copyright. So I'm just going to do the voiceover, and I'll play some music toward the end of the video, maybe at the 5 or 6 mark. But as you can see here, I'm going to come in with that blue Posca. I really like this color. So anything like light blue or like light purples or like my favorite colors. But as you can see here, this is a really big space. I was going to use the Alpha 6 acrylic paint marker blue to do that, but I was like, hey, let me try out the Posca. And as you can see in the paper, you can see when the marker dries, I have to do a second pass there. You see like the marker strokes. But if I would have used Alpha 6, I don't think I would have had that issue. But it's not a big deal. I'm going to come back in the second pass anyway, once I start to build these lines and color it in. So when I came up with this design for Max, I saw several different images of the Simpsons, older Marge Simpson. I mean, not the older, a younger version of Marge. There's a picture also on a TV show episode of Bart Simpson, listening to the music, and he's all tuned out. So I incorporated a lot of that into this piece. I went online and I found pictures of what Max's jacket looks like, so I just drew all that and I combined it all into one. The same thing goes with the old school headphones. So here I am coming in, building that up. And there's a reason why I like using paint markers, because if I were to color this in with an alcohol based marker, and if I make mistakes, I can't build my lines. The reason I like using paint, even paint markers, is because I can build my lines. If I make a mistake, I can correct them. If you mess up with the alcohol marker or Sharpie, you can't come back and fix it. So that's the reason why I'm always going to be using paint markers, because once I build a fat line like I'm doing in her hands, the corners of her fingers, I like to come in with a marker and sharpen up the lines. That's like my style, that's my preference, and that's one of the things that I love when I finish a piece, is touching up all the lines. So I'm coming in here with a ballpoint, building up the shirt on the inside, sharpening up the lower part of her jacket. She's wearing like a v-neck, a pullover v-neck. Building up this hair right here. So I'm going to correct some of the lines on the headphones. You can see there, building up the lines. And you're going to see with the orange here, I'm going to come in and look at that, the pencil lines, they're going to just vanish now. If I had the Posca orange, I'd probably have to do 4 or 5 passes. Here is the second pass and it's vanished. That's why I really like these paint markers. And I really like this orange. I'm not a fan of the orange in the Posca, but this orange is really bright. Like I said, I like any bright colors. And here I am sharpening up the corners. Once you sharpen up those lines, it gives it a different kind of detail. So I hope you guys that are watching my videos are also giving that a try in your work. Just because you're throwing lines down, the piece is not finished. Make sure you're building your lines just so you can have your piece pop a lot more. Like as I'm doing here, I'm building up all these lines here. It's not, I didn't speed it up too much in the video just because I wanted to point that out, because I've been getting requests for those videos. But then the videos will be 30 minutes long. I don't want it to be 30 minutes long. So 10 minutes, it's a good limit, even though this is 7. So you see her eyes, I'm building up the lines there, sharpening it up. And when you sharpen up those corners, it looks way better. I don't know, it's just my preference. But it does something to the drawing that it just gives it a style. There I'm going, building up the mouth, other finger, coming in with that Posca yellow. I did 2 different yellows here just because I wanted that yellow on her jacket to be a lot darker. I'm coming in sharpening some of these lines. So hope you guys enjoy this video. Max from the Stranger Things Simpsonize, and I'm gonna play some music.